Hello and welcome back. It's puzzle time with Sudoku Sleuth, and today we're going to be playing It's a Trap. And you can see Sleuth there coming up to a very suspicious looking. I mean, to be fair, the chest doesn't look very suspicious. The fact that the floor has lit tiles on them and the chest is laid out right in front of them does look like a trap. Now, the puzzle that we're about to play has a 94% rating. And it's actually the first feature and the first time I've ever played puzzles from this constructor, Red Barchetta. And I can't quite make up the reference in the image that he's drawn to It's a Trap. So hopefully you guys can help me out with that. Well, hopefully you can help me and Sleuth out so that he doesn't fall into this trap by helping solve this puzzle. Let's take a look at today's puzzle and rule sets. So we have It's a Trap by Red Barchetta. I'm not quite sure I see the reference. Maybe this is like a trigger of some sort, and this is like kind of a symbolism for falling. I'm not sure. Rules-wise, normal Sudoku and normal variant rules apply. So if you already know what all of that means, you can crack on. First one, normal Sudoku rules. Place the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row. If I could even select a column, every column, and every 3x3 box. Then we have German whispers. So, consecutive digits on a green line must have a difference of at least 5. If this is a 2, the neighboring and consecutive digits would have to be 7, 8, or 9 to be 5 or more away. If that was an 8, this would have to be 1, 2, or 3 to be indeed 5 or more away. Notice you oscillate between high digits, 6, 7, 8, 9, low digits, 1, 2, 3, 4, and back and forth. No 5s. Kropki dots, only white Kropki dots. So, digits sharing a white dot are consecutive. So if that's a 2, this would have to be 1 or 3 so that it is indeed consecutive. No mention of negative constraints, so I assume a 2 with a 3 in here would be absolutely fine even though there is no white dot between them and they're consecutive. Palindromes, so digits along a grey line, read the same forwards to backwards. Example 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. So if this cell is essentially a 1, this would have to be a 1 so that essentially this palindrome stands a chance of reading the same forwards and backwards. Killer cages. Digits cannot repeat in a cage and the digits must sum to the clue in the top left corner of the cage. So if this cell is a 2, this would have to be a 7 to make sure that these 2 cells do add up to 9. These 3 cells add up to 6. And that's all the cages. We also have thermometers. Digits along a thermometer must increase in value from the bulb to the tip. So if you imagine that this cell is a 2, this is a 4, next one along has to increase, could be a 5, doesn't have to be in the same step, could be again an 8. What I cannot do is shrink it back down to, let's say, a 3, that is no longer increasing from the bulb end. Now, it's not in the rules of the puzzle, but I'm going to assume these are X's and V's. So essentially a V means that these 2 cells must add up to 5. If that's a 2, this would have to be a 3. And X means these 2 cells must add up to 10. Given that's a 2, that would be an 8. And that's all the rules we have for today. So, help Sleuth out, please. Rescue him from this trap. And as always, for you to enjoy this particular puzzle, link will be in the description down below. And with that said, I'm going to restart the clock and see how I get on. Right, you must have spotted this when I was talking about killer cages. 6 in 3 cells, 1, 2, 3. Leaves us with 4 and 5 in the 9 cage. No other 2 would have worked. Not very helpful, but I'll take it. Let's just think about the maximum I can make the bulb, because that would probably give me polarity. So 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. This indeed has to be low because 5 is never on a German whisper line. Otherwise the neighbor would be 0 or 10. So these are low. Excuse me, I'm going to use blue for low, cold, and red for high. I mean, at some point, hang on here. 1, 2, 3 in column 1, that could only be a 4. That means this is a 9. And this is going to be 1, 2, or 3, not 4 or 5. I mean, not 4 here either. You can see already this has to be high. because in the column, we basically placed all of the low digits, 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's low, that's high, same logic. And again, same logic. Turns out this 6 was actually quite useful. Yeah, right. So all I can do is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This can't be a 4 because it would require a double 9, and this cell at least can't be a 9. So this is again 1, 2, 3. So we've used up all of our 1, 2, 3s in column 2 as well. This has to be 2, 3, 4. It needs to increase beyond whatever this digit is. And this, again, for the same logic, the neighbor would be a 9. So it can't be a 4. So this is 1, 2, 3. Neither can this one because that would be a 9. So that removes a 4. That removes a 3 from here. Excellent. One of these cells is now a 3. That's not a 3. Sorry, I'm just having a look around to think, have I missed anything? So this is actually quite restricted. The biggest it can be is 7, 8, 9. So this is 6 or 7. Can't be 5 anymore because this is a high digit. 7, 8, 8, 9. And therefore this can't be a 3. This is 1 or 2. I don't think they have to be a different 1 or 2. So that doesn't guarantee this to be a 3. Nor do these two. So I can actually technically place a 6 in here still. Okay. What I know I can't do is place a 6 in here because that can't be a 1. So this is 7 or 8. In fact, where is 5 in box 1? We've literally colored everything except this cell. And then we have another high digit in here. I'm not sure what it is. Okay. Right. 9, 7, and 8. So we know that this is high. The way to think about making up 10s essentially is a low digit, such as 1, 2, 3, or 4, with a high digit as its counterpoint to add it up to 10. So we know that to get to a 5, you need either a 1, 4 pair or a 2, 3 pair. So these two cells are low. I didn't really plan on coloring this puzzle, but it just helps with the explanation. So that means these are low, this is low. This is the last high digit, and it's not a 9. It is 6, 7, or 8, which means that this is 2, 3, or 4. And therefore this will be 1, 2, or 3 to add up to 5. Yeah. And then this would be another high digit, and it would be 7, 8, or 9 to add up to 10 with a 1, 2, or 3. In here is a 5 of some sort plus a low digit. And I'm pretty sure the low digit is a 4. Sudoku says 4 is not here. 4 is not in any of these that we've already pencil marked. That's a 4, 5 pair. That makes this a 2, 3 pair. That makes this a 7, 8 pair, which will also give me a 9 over here. Puts no pressure on the rest of it, but, you know, digits are digits. So we've got another 6, 7, 8, and it can't be 7 or 8, so it'd have to be a 6 with a 4. Just Sudoku at this point. 4, 6 gives me 7, gives me 8. Allows us to be still 1 or 2. These two cells are now known. They are 1 and 5. And remember, this is a palindrome, so if this is 1, that's 1. If it's 5, it's 5. And this is also a palindrome. So we have a very odd pattern now. And it's probably only the white Kropki dot that would break what otherwise would be a deadly pattern. So if it is 5, can't have a 4. It would have to be a 6. And if it's 1, it's of course a 2. For now, both of which are allowed. That also means that this is 2 and 6. I don't know if I really want to go down the palindrome route. I think I'm better off looking elsewhere. I mean, where? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The only thing that we haven't placed in here is a 9. It's not enough. 9, Sudoku, Sleuth, come on. That's a 9. Which I think also makes this one a 9, because, yeah, that's the rest of this palindrome. It's very symmetrical, so it makes it a little bit easier to spot. That's not a 9, that's the only place for a 9 now. This is essentially 1, 2, 3, or 6. And it's not 1, given the 1-5 pair, which also means that's not 1. This is 2, 3, or 6. And we have a 2, 3, 6 triple, which makes this another 7, 8, which makes this a 6, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 3, and an 8 next to the 3, and a 7, which leaves these as 1s and 2s. That's a 2 because of the 1. That's not a 2 because of the 2, 3 pair. That's a 1. That's not 3 anymore. That's a 2, 6 pair. Okay. Good set of revelations fairly quickly. These are 7, 8, 9s. Can't have a 7 next to a 3. No real other restrictions. These are, I'm going to pencil mark it 6, 7, 8. Not typical for me. 4 and 5, which makes this another 6, 7, 8, which makes this cell 4, 5, yeah, which also gives me a 4, 5 pair in row 9. Not sure what these are. I mean, I can pencil mark them, so I may as well. 1, 3, 6. And that makes this 1, 3, 6, which it can be. No restrictions. And this 1, 3, 6, which it can be. No restrictions. So far, the palindrome hasn't been particularly helpful. I mean, I'll take any clue, but I mean, it hasn't really given me much yet. Right, well, that can't be 1. Let's do that. 1 is in one of these 2 cells, which means 1 is in one of these 2 cells. That's not a 1. I'm just double checking all of these pairs that I have in case I've missed something, such as 8. I mean, that's not the pair that I was after, but it works. 2 and 3. Doesn't actually give me that much. That is surprising. It's 6:15 in the morning as I'm recording this, and our oldest dog is basically waking up the entire house and demanding to go for a walk. So I'm probably going to have to pause here for a second, come back in probably 20 minutes or plus to complete this puzzle. So hold your horses. I'll be back in a few seconds. Right, let's see if we can pick this up where we left it. So I think we were kind of stuck trying to figure out where's the next step. And, like, I mean, so we've basically got all we can out of this palindrome. We've got essentially the remaining variants, got a couple of cells, the thermo and the white Kropki dot here. So maybe that's kind of where I need to look next. I'm just going to double check I haven't missed any obvious Sudoku. Then we'll jump onto that. I think the answer is no, I don't think I have. Highly unusual. The 4-5 pair, not very useful. We have essentially another 6, 7, 8. We have a 9 somewhere down here. That's about it. I'm sure I could push the Sudoku a bit harder, but you know, there's got to be easier paths. 2. Yeah. Right. This is not 2, 7, or 9, and it's not 7 or 9. Not very helpful. Not 1 or 3. Not 1 or 9. Yeah, not helpful either. Thermometer. So this cell, let's think about this. I mean, the white Kropki dot there's a lot of constraints. So let's just have a think about this one. So not 1, not 2. If it is 3, this would have to be 4. This can't be 2, and I've broken it. So not 3. 4 would make this 3, and then the same problem, because again, the 5 is not available. So this is actually, okay, already relatively high. It's not 5. It could be 6 with a 7. Could be 7 with a 6. Again, the 8 is putting a ceiling, and it can't be 9. So this is a 6-7 pair. That was useful. 2, 2, 1, 5, 1, 5. Gives me a 6 in here. 6 removes a 6 from there, which removes a 6 from here. Doesn't help me with the 7, 8 just yet. 6, 7 does at least put a bit of a ceiling on here, and this is not 5. It could be 4, and presumably it could also be a 3. Can't be a 2. So again, a bit of a ceiling. 1, 3, and again, can't be 2. So reasonably useful. So we have a second 3, 4, plus 8 and 9. That's the 9. This is not 9, that's 9. So another 3, 4, and an 8 somewhere in here. Just taking a look at this cell here to see if there is any real restriction, but again, it could be 3, 4, or 8, so not really. I am going to pencil mark them. What's down here? We need a second 3, 4, a 2, and a 6. Not a lot to go on. 6, 7 gave me 4, 4, 6. Gave me 3, gave me 1, and this cell is known, 5. That's better. 4, 5, 4, 4 again, 5, just following the palindrome. Does help me with my 3, 4, 8. That's a 4, 8 pair. That's not a 3. Are these 4, 5s resolved? Yes, they are. 5 and 4. Doesn't help though. Any more pairs I'm missing? Not a 3. Yes, already not a 1. That means that's not a 3 either. Not enough. Okay. More pencil marks. 7, 8, and 4. That's the 4. That's 7, 8. That is helpful. That's a 7, 8 pair. That gives me a 6, not a 6. These are also known. They are 2, 3, 6. Not 6. No, I was going to say it's almost like a triple, but no. 2, 3, I mean 7, 8, 7, 8. This is 1, 2, 3. This is not 1. So this is 2, 3. That is a 1. That's not a 1. Suddenly, like, I mean, there was like a really nice easing in here. And then it really helped with all of these and the thermo. But then all of a sudden it got a bit tougher. And I always find these kind of puzzles. You can see now I have to have a 6 in here. No, I don't have to have a 6 in here. That could be a 6. But that's not a 3. That is a 1, 6 pair. That does give me 3 and 6 and 2 and 3. Fantastic. The 7, 8's not yet. This 1, 6 is 1, 6. This is also 1, 6. That is a 3, therefore. What about in here? 9. No, 4 gave me an 8 and 4. That was ages ago. That 8 is this 8. We don't know what this cell is, but we will in a second. So may as well pencil mark what these are. There is 2, 7, 8, and 5. I'm just going to pencil mark them all. Leifu, my lovely, don't go down the stairs. Leave it. Thank you. Leifu, leave it. Leifu, leave it. Leave it, my lovely. Leave it. You've had your breakfast. No more breakfast. Our eldest dog is just obsessed with food. I don't think there's any other word that would quite describe it. So even though she's had a fantastic and quite fulfilling breakfast, she wanted to run downstairs to the kitchen and basically see if she can grab some more. This will be 5, 7, or 8. It's not 8. It's not 5. There you go. Palindrome helping. That helps a lot. 8, 7, 8. Not 7 or 8. And that 5 at the top means 2, 5, 1, 6. No. 8 in here gave me 7. 8, 9 pair. No. Yeah, it is resolved. That's 9. That's 8 because of this 8. 1, 6. Not yet. These two cells. 4 is in here. 7, I'm going to say no. 2. And that 7 gave me 6, 7, 1, 6. We've almost resolved all of our pencil marks. I think that's a 6. 1, 6, 8. That is all of our pencil marks. Right. Home stretch now. 1, 3, 5. If I've not made any mistakes, 9 for the finish. Fabulous puzzle. Red Barchetta. Again, not quite seeing the reference to trap. I'm hoping you guys are going to be able to point it out in the comments down below. Hope that you guys enjoyed the puzzle and the video. See you back for the next one. Bye-bye for now.